a little bit of a fitness update. Dealing with this couple pounds that I want to get rid of that have just been kind of hanging out in the bottom level of my stomach. I can see the top of my abs. I can see abs number first set, first set of two. I can see the second set of abs, and the third ones I could feel them, but not 100% see them, which is why I say I have a 4.5 pack. So, what I've been learning, everything that I've been applying as far as like macronutrients, exercising, has all been self-taught. I do have my mentors, and they have been teaching me what to do. But as far as down to like the details, I've had to go dig and look into that myself, trial and error. And I love learning that because I love learning that way. One, because that's the way I've always learned the best. And two, you get so much hands-on. What happens what happens when I do this? What happens if I do that? Oh, I feel like this. So if somebody would ever ask me, it's like, well, I tried this and I feel like this. Oh, that's probably because you went too hard, or you pulled the fats back too much, or you're lacking protein, or whatever. All the things that I've learned, not just through theory, not just because someone told me or I read it, but I actually applied it. Or I'm not getting the results I want. This ain't working. Okay, well, shit, I went through that this ain't working chapter as well. Then I did this and it started working. So right now I think I just had an update with my doctor who's checking blood work, and I weighed myself there, and I was at 1, which at the same time I was like, okay, is that scale the same as my scale? Because I came home and I weighed myself right away, and it is. It was at 137. So I don't know how to calculate the body fat percentage. I know there's like a little tool once that they used on me, like a little pincher tool. I might get one just to have, whether it's accurate or not. I know it will be accurate in knowing whether there's more fat or less fat. How accurate the percentage is, that's questionable. I know there's this big old military equation that you could put in to figure it out. I'm not trying to learn that. I just want to be able to know, it's like, okay, how much more do I have to go down? How much am I fully lean? So I know that I've built some muscle. So I know that has to do something with, that'll mess with the weight of what I weigh. Because the lowest I got down when my first round of losing weight and working out, tracking my macros and working out, I got it to 135. And which is, if you go, I think it's my post that I have like on Instagram, my pinned post. And then after that, I was like, okay, my skin was getting just a little too loose. I wasn't building enough muscle to compensate for that. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna scale it back a little bit, and I got it to like 139. When I would fluctuate between 139, 140, 139, 140. Then this last time, I was like, okay, let's have some fun. Let's pull it back again, which is why I'm at 137. I want to keep on going, but I'm curious to find out, like, okay, what weight am I gonna be? Because I'm still working out, of course, that's never gonna stop. How low is my weight gonna be to where that little it's like an inch, it's an inch worth of pinch in my stomach, for that to go away? I don't know if I had to calculate, maybe, is 130 too low? See, that's why I like being so hands-on. That's why I like being so trial and error. And what I'm doing, I'm not messing at all with my protein. I'm still taking the same amount of protein, but I've been keeping my fats and my carbs just a little lower. I'm not cutting carbs completely. I want to make sure that the metabolism I get enough energy, my metabolism keeps on working, and I'm not feeling sluggish. I got the right amount of energy throughout the day. And my favorite source of carbs is white rice. So I brought that down from what I was eating. I was eating half a cup for lunch, half a cup for dinner. Now I just brought it down to half a cup at dinner. My veggies are still coming in. My proteins, I'm still having 80 grams of protein for, and I don't want to get into grams and stuff, because then it's like, well, I don't know enough about, well, for me anyways, it's all, like I said, it's all a learning curve, and it's been super cool. It's a couple a handful of chicken for lunch, a handful of chicken for dinner, protein shake in the morning, and it's been going cool. I could feel it right away. I could feel the results right away. I've been on pulling back the fats and the carbs. My fats are typically low, and I do have a little tiny bit of fats. I get a little bit of fat just with the lean chicken, and then I do put a little bit of creamer in my coffee. I'm having a cup right now before my night workout, so I get enough to where it's not zero. And still pizza Saturdays, of course. That's a tradition. So I don't know. I'm gonna see what's gonna happen. I can definitely feel it right away. I can feel it in just how I feel throughout the day. It just feels different. What? I don't feel tired. I don't feel sluggish. I don't feel lethargic. I don't feel like I'm foggy. None of that. None of that. But I do feel just a little bit more. Like I not tired, but I ran out of gas a little earlier. Like, okay, I do need that little extra kick with coffee. I do need those extra push-ups throughout the day just to get my blood going. And it's not like sleepy tired. It's just like, whoa, okay, cool, energy-wise. There's the calorie deficit, of course. You know, less calories, less carbs. But all I do is I do a couple push-ups up against my truck, or if I'm here, I come back and I do them here, or I do my afternoon burpees, and that gets me going again. So I'm excited to just see what happens in the next few weeks. All I know is that in a week, it's already come down a few pounds, and let's see what happens, you know, going forward. I'll be measuring week by week and just kind of see what happens. This is the fun part about manipulating the food that you eat, the exercise, adjusting that. But I mean, the exercise really hasn't changed. I do cardio every day. I go for close to a 2-mile walk Monday through Friday. I do the burpees. So that kind of, the one I like messing with and learning so much about is the macros, just adjusting the proteins, mostly more than anything, adjusting the fats and the carbs, and seeing how just a slight adjustment in a period of 14-30 days change it. You know, I wouldn't think that, you know, half a cup of rice a day, which like half a cup of rice, what's the big deal? Times that by 30 and see how many full cups of rice it ends up being that you remove from your nutrients for that month. Your body is going to react a certain way, and it's cool to see that, and it's cool to see how it reacts. And it's not like a crash diet. It's not something that's happening like, oh, you can lose so many pounds in just 2 days or whatever. It's nothing like that. It's just an adjustment that you do on, okay, I need to pull back a little bit, oh, I want to gain a little bit, oh, I want to pull. It's just this little scale that you're adjusting. And like I said, the part that I dig the most is learning along the way and how I feel, paying attention to how I feel, how I wake up, how my day's going. Longer days, it's sunnier, how my body reacts under the sun. Whether that matters or not, I don't know, but I'm paying attention to it, and it's really fun to learn it. That's gonna do it. I'm gonna hit this workout, enjoy the rest of this coffee. It is Saturday, so pizza Saturday later. I'll get at you guys later.